And we welcome you on into Little Fenway in Delray Beach for Boca Raton Blazer Baseball. I'm Christian Cat, live on the call for this matchup on the final weekend of the SFCBL regular season. It is game one of the doubleheader between the Boca Raton Blazers and the Phipps Park Barracudas. First, your starting lineup for the Phipps Park Barracudas. Leading things off is Jack Clancy. Then you'll have Max Karen in the two-hole. Batting third is Marco Muezes. Batting cleanup, Alex Campbell. Up next is Michael Scatino. Batting seventh, Brett Fitzer. Dylan Edwards after him. And the bottom three of the lineup goes as follows: Will Harrison, Dylan McLaughlin, and then Isaiah Malik. Their starting pitcher, the Phipps Park Barracudas, Anthony Beaton. And they'll all be squaring off against, warming up on the mound right now. It is Evan Dobias. He's a native of Sunrise, Florida. Took the trip up the turnpike, or up on 95. He took a different way to Little Fenway to pitch for the Boca Raton Blazers. It is the playoff push. A lot to be decided when it comes to the teams that are both in the playoffs and the seedings of which they will. Of course, the top two teams, regardless of division in the SFCBL, they will receive first-round byes, so it's very important. Boca Raton Blazers trying to be one of those two teams. Again, with a bunch of doubleheaders today, a couple more games after the All-Star game and Home Run Derby, a lot to be decided in the SFCBL. So a lot to play for here this morning and this afternoon for the Boca Raton Blazers. Jack Clancy steps into the box. He'll be the first batter of the ball game. 7 innings starting now, and then 7 innings in game 2 of this doubleheader between the Blazers and Barracudas. Thank you for joining us here on a Saturday morning on the Boca Raton Blazers YouTube channel. We appreciate your support of the league. Jack Clancy steps in the box. He's ready. Tobias in the mound. He's ready. And the first pitch of the game is high and outside, 1-0, and we are underway. Tobias' next pitch is waved at and missed, 1-1. This season for Tobias, of course, he's from the University of Virginia. 4.73 ERA, 13 1/3 innings pitched, and 13 strikeouts. A midseason addition for this Blazer squad. Call and strike on the outside corner, 1-2. It's an aggressive strike 2 call for a second. I thought I had the count wrong. But here's a 1-2 count as Tobias wheels and deals. Called strike 3, the high arcing and looping curveball for Tobias catches the high and outside corner for the first out of the ball game. 1 away. That'll bring up the 2-batter lineup, Max Karen. The defense for the Blazers, behind the plate, Joe Dorso getting the start. Around the infield, Joey Calabretti at third, Carlos Giacome at short, CJ Picone at second, Chris McKenna at first. In the outfield, Jack Clark in left, Braden Macklin in center, and Blake Pitts in right. First pitch chopped left side. At shortstop, Giacome throws it across the diamond. And it is in time. A tough play that time for the young shortstop for the Blazers, but Giacome makes the play for the second out of the inning. And got to feel good for Giacome, at least in the home games that we've broadcast on this YouTube channel. He's had a tough time there at shortstop on a mid-season rut, but he seems to have gotten his feet back under him. Giacome makes the play, 2 down. Here comes left-handed batting 3-batter in the order for the Cudas, Marco Muezes from Boynton Beach, Florida. Takes that pitch outside, 1-0. And Tobias' 1-0 is outside once again, 2-0. Muezes this season batting 12 for 38, good for a .315 batting average. And the 2-0. Missing low and outside now, 3-0 the count. And that pitch misses outside. A 4-pitch walk will have the Barracudas their first base runner. Muezes reaches. Alex Campbell now steps into the box with a runner on first base and 2 down. Of course, it's been well documented. Barracudas have had a tough regular season. 2 wins, 24 losses. First pitch is grounded straight back, 0-1. But there's an underrated factor, an X factor of playing spoiler, because right now they're not playing for playoff contention, playoff seeding, or anything. They're playing here to upset the other team's day and hurt their playoff chances and playoff seeding. You see it all the time in college football, college basketball. The 0-1 is inside, 1-1. Or even if teams are not going to be in playoff contention, they like to play spoiler. The 1-1 runner goes, delayed steal. Ends a foul ball straight back, 1-2. That foul ball came right back and drilled the camera, but there's a fence between the camera and the baseball, so it didn't take the direct hit. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and Tobias freezes him to end the inning. To the bottom of the first we go. It's the Blazers coming to bat. Tie ball game 0-0 here live at Little Fenway. Blazers coming to bat as the 1-0 pitch is waved at and missed from Braden Macklin, who's in the box, the leadoff batter for the Blazers. And the 1-1 misses a little bit too tall, 2-1. On the mound for the Phipps Park Barracudas, Anthony Beaton from Wesley Chapel, Florida. And the 2-1. Misses a little bit too tall once again. 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Hitters count here for Macklin as wheels and deals. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Full count now for Macklin. As Beaton sets, and he delivers. Inside ball 4, leadoff walk, leadoff man on for the Boca Raton Blazers as Braden Macklin will head down to first base.
Shortstop number 2 from Stetson University, Carlos Jacome.
Carlos Jacome now steps into the box with a runner on and nobody out. A little bit of a stolen base race for the Boca Raton Blazers. Both Braden Macklin and Blake Phipps trying to take the team lead, both in the low 20s. Macklin's got 21. Pitts has got 22, as that one's in there for a strike. 0-1 to Jacome. But he's got a battle back here behind 0-2. And the pitch is high and inside as Jacome ducks out of the way. 1-2. That's kind of where you've seen Beaton missing through 2 batters in this game, missing high and tight to those righties. Give it the starting lineup for the Blazers after this at-bat. The 1-2. Popped him up. Foul ground. Rather, now it's in fair ground on the first base side, and the ball comes down and is caught at first base from Edwards, 1 away. The rest of the starting lineup for the Boca Raton Blazers as follows. You saw Braden Macklin come up, then Carlos Jacome. Right now getting the box is Phipps Smalley. The 4-5-6 is Jack Clark, Joey Calabretti, and Chris McKenna. And the rest of the lineup, you have Joe Durso, Blake Pitts, Cade Voda, and then C.J. Picone. Of course, Evan Tobias, who you saw in the top of the first inning, he is on the mound. The quick throw over to first, back safely is the runner. See if they want to put Macklin in motion against the right-handed pitching Beaton. Runner goes, pitches high and goes to the backstop. Macklin goes to second and he'll stay right there. So give the stolen base for Macklin. He would have been there either way, but Smalley has a 1-0 count. Pip this season, 29 for 62, good for a 4.67 batting average, 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. Runner goes, the 1-0 pitch is high and inside, throw down to third, and he is in there safely. Slide went to the outside of the bag for Macklin. It was a bang-bang play, but he's in there safely. And now Beaton's with his control issues. A lot of these pitches have gone to the backstop. No room for error unless you want to break the scoreless tie and give the Blazers a 1-0 lead. That one's right down the pipe. 2-1 to Smalley. Phipps Smalley is one of the Boca Raton Blazers who will be representing his team in the SFCBL All-Star game. 2-1. Fouled straight back. 2-2. Braden Macklin, also one of those Boca Raton Blazers that you'll see play on Sunday. Be able to watch that game on the South Florida Collegiate League YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, give that channel a subscribe. And the 2-2. Driven to right center field, and it will get down for a base hit. Phipps Smalley hits it where it was pitched and gets an RBI single. Blazers take a 1-0 lead. So Jack Clark now steps into the box with a runner on first base and one out. First pitch swing, ground ball to the right side. It's gloved at second. Malek goes to first, and that's the second out of the inning. Smalley advances to second base on the ground out.
Batting fifth, third baseman number 18 from Seton Hall University, Joey Calabretti.
That brings up Joey Calabretti to bat. Started off the season red hot. He's got 5 home runs, but that batting average has really taken a dip in July. 15 for 71. So a runner in scoring position for Calabretti. Chance to double up the Blazers' lead if Smalley gets his lead off of second. First pitch swinging and missing, 0-1. This season for Anthony Beaton on the mound for the Barracudas, a 17 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, and a 5.29 ERA. With 2 outs, the 0-1 pitch instead will be stepping off the mound for Beaton. Beaton is a sophomore at Pasco Hernando State College. Stands at 6'3". And the right-hander deals the 0-1. Ground ball to the left side at shortstop. Charging in is Scatino. Throws to first, but it's in the dirt and will get past the first baseman Edwards. Roll to foul ground. A run comes across the plate. Going to second is Joey Calabretti. So it'll be an E6. That'll allow not only the run to score, but for Calabretti to be safe at first and go to second. 2-0, Blazers on top. In their first strike, 0-1. Two outs, a runner on second base. Pitch is check swung at. Did he go around? No, he did not. 1-1. Chris McKenna with a runner on second base and 2 outs. That pitch is fouled straight back. 1-2. McKenna this season batting .291 with a home run and 15 RBIs. Chance to get one more if he can get one of the outfield. Calabretti getting his lead off at second base. 2 outs. And the 1-2 pitch. Driven to right center field and deep. Going back at the track, at the wall, leaping up, and it gets down. Extra bases for McKenna and an RBI. 3-0 the score. Blazers on top.
Batting seventh, catcher number 38 from St. John's University, Joe Durso.
That brings up Joe Durso to bat. That one's roped to dead center field, kind of kept on trailing the other way. And Clancy gave a good look at it. Timed his jump perfectly, but it was just too deep as it got over his head in center field. Two outs, runner at second base once again. Now 3 runs across the plate. First pitch check swing, and it's going to be called a strike either way. 0-1. In the box is Joe Durso, who's batting .279 this season with a home run and 14 RBIs. Stepping off the mound before this 0-1 pitch. Here's the defense for the Barracudas. Behind the plate, you have Alex Campbell, McLaughlin at third, Scatino at short, Malik at second, Edwards at first. The 0-1 pitch is low and outside, 1-1. In left field for the Barracudas, Max Karen, center field Jack Clancy, who you saw make a play on that ball, and in right field, Brett Pitzer. Trying to help out their starting pitcher, Anthony Beaton. Barracudas wearing the all-white uniforms despite being on the road today. And the 1-1. Ground ball found on the third base side, 1-2. And one misses for a ball, two. Getting a big lead off the bag is Chris McKenna at second. But he gets on back after at second base, kind of chasing him back, was Isaiah Malik. Counts even up at 2-2 here for Joe Durso with 2 outs. And the pitch. This is outside. 3-2. Runner on second base with 2 outs and a 3-2 count here to Durso. The pitch. This is high and inside, and he'll take his base. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. We're still in the bottom of the first inning. Blazers on top, 3-0.
Batting eighth, right fielder number 11 from the University of San Francisco, Blake Pitts.
And during this mind visit, we'll take a quick break. Here live Back here in the top of the second inning, 3-0 the score. Blazers on top of the Barracudas. First pitch swinging and missing, 0-1. Yeah, one pitch is grounded back, 0-2. Evan Tobias still on the mound for the Blazers in this 7-inning affair, as the 0-2 pitch is half swung at and fouled away, just staying alive. It's an odd half swing that time from Scatino. Almost looked like a swinging bunt, but that obviously wasn't the intention with 2 strikes. Almost like he took his bat off his shoulder and realized he was at the point of no return and had to get some contact, and he did. The 0-2 pitch here is swung on and missed. Ball's in the dirt. Durso's got to throw to first to try to complete the strikeout, and he won't. So it's a strikeout and a wild pitch to allow Scatino to reach. So runner on first base, nobody out. Strike one on the inside corner, 0-1. In the box is now Brett Pitzer, the right fielder for the Barracudas. Got some work to do for the CUDA offense. The 0-1 is inside, it's going to hit the batter, and Pitzer's going to put himself on first with runners on first and second. Nobody out for the Barracudas. And hunched over is Pitzer. That one didn't feel good. So now Tobias has got to buckle down and get out of this jam. He's pitching with the lead. 3-0 Blazers. First pitch swinging, ground ball off the plate, 0-1. In the box right now for Phipps Park, Dylan Edwards from Eugene, Oregon. Goes to Mount Hood Community College where he's a junior. And the 0-1. Ground ball fouled back, 0-2. A reminder, for more information on the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League, just follow us online, southfloridacollegiateleague.com. You can also follow the SFCBL on Twitter and Instagram at SFCBL_official, and listen to the SFCBL Triple Play podcast weekly to receive added coverage on this season. We'll have a All-Star Game recap and a playoff preview coming up at the beginning of next week, as that one is cut on and missed. 0-1 out, as Tobias strikes out Edwards. Will Harrison now digs into the box with the runner on first and second, 1 down. Blazers trying to double him up. See if Yakome and Picone can get a chance at it. First pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Runners go. Pitch is inside, and Durso fumbles the ball behind the plate, so everyone's going to be safe. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Double play chance taken away with the double steal. That curveball drops in for a strike. 1-2 now to Will Harrison. Harrison's from Roswell, Georgia. And he strikes out swinging that time, 2 away.
Batting ninth, third baseman number 6 from St. Martin's University, Dylan McLaughlin.
Now 2 away with runners on second and third. Tobias 1 out away from getting out of the jam. There were runners on first and second with nobody out after the strikeout wild pitch and the hit by pitch. Called strike, 0-1 here to McLaughlin. He's batting 12 for 47 this season. That's a .255 batting average and 2 RBIs. That one's fouled back. 0-2 now the count. Blazers on top 3-0 after a rally in the bottom of the first. Tobias has 5 strikeouts already this game. He's looking for number 6 right here. The 0-2. Grounder to left side at third. Charging on in, the throw across the diamond is in time to end the inning. So for the first time, Tobias uses his defense to get an out, and we head to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0. Boca Raton Blazers on top. Cade Voda steps into the box to lead off the bottom of the second. 3-0 Blazers have the lead here at Little Fenway. Headquartered right in Delray Beach, Florida. One exit south of downtown Delray. The tents are up at the bleachers here at Little Fenway, so if you want to come to a game, especially All-Star or playoff time, you will be covered. And that's going to be great news. We've got these day game doubleheaders come playoff time and the All-Star game where even if some rain comes, you're covered. So don't be a stranger. Come on out and enjoy some SFCBL baseball. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count now to Cade Voda. And the 1-1. Inside to hit him. It looks like he did, so Voda will take his base. Leadoff man on for the Blazers. Of course, the All-Star game schedule. Weather can always do what weather does, but it's scheduled as follows. 3 p.m. It is my favorite event. the Home Run Derby, where every team in the SFCBL, all 10 of them, will submit a player. We'll have 10 guys competing. Starts at all 10 get to bat, then it's whittled down to 4, then the final 2 to see who is the home run king in the SFCBL for 2023. Called strike on the outside corner to CJ Picone, 0-1. That's at 3 p.m., that home run derby. Then at 7, it is the SFCBL All-Star Game, where the seats will be packed. All the players will be here. And a good showcase of this league. That one's grounded back, 0-2. Oh, 2 count with the runner on first base. The pitch outside to CJ Picone, 1-2. With that All-Star festivities tomorrow here at Little Fenway, the news is going to be here doing a story on the league and finding out what we're all about. The 1-2. Curveball missed a little bit too tall and outside. 2-2 now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Blazers in control of this one from the jump. A lot more work to do. It's a 7-inning ball game, of course, a doubleheader game number 1 between these two sides. Beaten sets, and the tall righty deals. Cut on it, missed. Picone down on strikes, 1 away.
Now batting number 30 from Baton Rouge Community College, Braden Macklin.
So Braden Macklin now digs into the box. First pitch to him was fouled straight back. 0-1. Macklin's 0 for 0. He walked in his first at-bat and came around to score. One of the 3 runs scored in the bottom of the first. Runner goes, hit and run, fly ball, short right field. In foul ground, arranging under it, making the catch is Edwards. Throw to first, and it's in time. It is an ending double play. Heads up there for Edwards to fire back behind him to throw to first base where he vacated to end the inning. We head to the top of the third. It's 3-0 Blazers. Back here live at Little Fenway, ball found straight back. Isaiah Malek in the box for the Barracudas. He's behind 0-1. Still on the mound is Evan Dobias, the starting pitcher for the Boca Raton Blazers. Due up this inning for the Barracudas. It'll be their 10-1-2 of the order. Malek, Clancy, and Karen. 0-1 catches the low and outside corner. 0-2 now. Blazers put a 3-spot up in the bottom of the first inning. That's the score. And the 0-2. Called strike 3, painting the inside corner as Tobias sits down Malek for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 14 from Fayetteville Tech, Jack Clancy.
Leadoff man Jack Clancy now steps into the box to wrap around the order. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far today. Pitch is cut on and missed. Despite only having 2 wins this season, the offensive numbers for the Barracudas not too bad. Just in this starting lineup alone, 5 guys batting over 300. The struggle on the mound has not resulted in many wins. So still a test for Tobias as the 0-2 pitch is grounded the other way. At third base can be a tough play. Fields fired to first. Not in time. It's an infield single. A good attempt made at it by Joey Calabretti, but just not in time.
Now batting number 8 from Ashland University,
Infield single.
Max Karen.
Brings up Max Karen to bat. First hit of the game for the Barracudas. Called strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Very animated home plate umpire. We've got a doubleheader today. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it up for 14 innings if we can get both these games in. Spending a lot of energy on just strike 1. That curveball is going to be taken for a ball, 1-1. Some nasty movement that time from the UVA product. As Tobias deals. Ground ball softly to short. Jacome goes to second for 1, on to first. And it's in time for an inning-ending double play. As we head to the bottom of the third, it's 3-0. Blazers on top here live at Little Fenway. Carlos Jacome steps into the box. Lead off the bottom of the third inning. Again, it's a 7-inning ball game, so not much time to waste, as that time is inside 1-0. Jacome is 0 for 1 so far today. And beaten deals, missing high, 2-0. These two teams square off once again at the end of this 7-inning ball game for game 2 of the doubleheader. About 30 to 40 minutes after the final out, as that one's popped up and out of play. 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch is grounded foul. 2-2. So the scattered clouds are forming one big cloud behind us, and it's going to be hitting this area sometime. Hopefully it's after we get both these games in today. But the weather can change by the minute, of course, in South Florida and Palm Beach County. Right now looking at a 2, 3, 4 o'clock arrival of the weather. 3-2 pitches inside, ball 4, and Jacome will reach leadoff man on for the Blazers.
Now batting number 29 from State College of Florida, Phipps Smalley.
As Phipps Smalley now steps into the box. Been well documented his success this season. Until about a week ago, he's batting .500. But of course, that's an unsustainable production rate. So it's dipped a little bit lower now. As coming into this at-bat exactly, Smalley batting .476. So yeah, not too shabby. As the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Smalley had a base hit his first time up, and it was an RBI single the other way. Good piece of hitting. To where when the guy's batting that way, not always crushing the ball. You're just finding lanes and hitting line drives and finding spots in the outfield. 1-1 the count now to Smalley. Runner on base with nobody out. Jacome's got speed over there at first. We'll see if they want to put him in motion. He dances off of first. Throw over, but back safely is Jacome. Runner goes. The 1-1 pitch is taken for a strike. Throw it out at second. It's not in time. Stolen base for Carlos. He advances into scoring position. Nobody out, and a 1-2 count here to Phipps Smalley. The 1-2. Driven down the right field line, and that one's going to get down for extra bases for Smalley. Jacome will score. Phipps rounding second, and he'll stay right there. It's an RBI double for Smalley to extend the Blazers' lead 4-0.
Now batting number 8 from Dyersburg State, Jack Clark.
Pitzer never had a chance at it. Called strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Now Smalley batting .484 and adding to his RBI total with a pair of RBI hits in this game already. The 0-1. Line at the middle. Will it get down? Yes, it will. It's a base hit. Smalley rounds third, but stays right there. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Table set for the Boca Raton Blazers as that offense continues to find some success.
From Seton Hall University, Joey Calabretti.
Brings up Joey Calabretti to bat. Told you before, he's had some July struggles after a scorching hot beginning to his season. Has a chance to get right here with a couple of runners on base and nobody out. And time is called for the Barracudas. And it looks like we will have a call to the bullpen as Anthony Beaton's day is done. We'll take a break here live at Little Fenway. Blazers have runners in the corners, nobody out. New pitcher coming in for Phipps Park. New pitcher on the mound for the Phipps Park Barracudas. And healthy facing Joey Calabretti. Still runners in the corners. And still nobody out as the rally continues for Boca Raton. First pitch taken outside, 1-0. On the mound is Frank Perez, and he throws out one in the dirt, 2-0. Perez is from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Has a 6.52 ERA through 19 1/3 innings pitched coming into this game with 16 strikeouts. 2-0. Called strike on the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Blazers lead 4-0. They've got one run across before an out is recorded in this bottom of the third. That pitch is waved at and missed. 2-2. The 2-2 is driven foul and out of play down the street. Count remains even at 2-2 for Joey Calabretti, who's 0 for 1 today. And the pitch. Outside. 3-2. Perez deals. Runner goes from first. Cut on and missed. No throw down. First out of the inning. Puts runners on second and third now after the stolen base is given.
How number 6 from Gardner-Webb University, Chris McKenna.
Jack Clark will get an easy stolen base that time at the mercy of a strikeout of Calabretti. First pitch to McKenna is fouled straight back. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is driven to left field and deep, going back, and it's going to hit off above the scoreboard and bounce back into play. 2 runs come across the plate. It is a 2 RBI double for Chris McKenna. 6-0 Blazers.
Now batting number 38 from St. John's University, Joe.
Only 1 out in the inning. That second is McKenna. Now he'll go to third on that wild pitch. Blazers jumping on the Barracudas early. An hour into this game, they're on top 6-0, and we're still in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike, 1-1. McKenna at third base. He's now 2 for 2 in this game, with 3 RBIs. That one's outside. 2-1 the count to Durso. Durso walked in his first at-bat. Base hit here could make him 1 for 1 with an RBI. He's got to do that work first. With 1 out and a 2-1 count, Perez sets and he deals. Driven to left center field and deep. Going back at the wall. It hits off the wall. Durso's round of the bag at first. He's in there safely at second. It's an RBI double for the Blazers catcher. 7-0. Boca Raton on top.
Number 11 from the University of San Francisco, Blake Phipps.
So Blazers putting on a hitting clinic here in the third. Blake Phipps now in the box. The runner on second. Pitch misses low and inside, outside. 1-0. Justin Zachary, the newest addition to this Blazers team, is on second base as the courtesy runner for Durso. Now it's a 1-1 count to Pitts. The 1-1's in the dirt. 2-1 now. That pitch is popped straight up on the infield. Behind the mound at second base, ranging in and making the catch is Malik for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 5 from Butler University, Cade Vogt.
Cade Voda now comes up to bat with a runner on second base and 2 down. 4 runs across the plate in this bottom of the third, extending the Blazers' lead to 7-0. Perez delivers that one in there for a strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. Voda got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Here's at-bat number 2. The 1-1. It's fouled back, 1-2 now. The lefty Perez squaring off against the lefty Voda. Pitch is high, 2-2. Six hits for 7 runs for the Blazers. That pitch misses low and outside. Full count. Here to Cade Voda. Perez deals the 3-2. That's a fly ball straight back and going to find its way onto the roadways. Count remains full. The 3-2. Runner goes. Called. Strike 3, and that will end the inning. But not before 4 runs come across the plate for the Blazers, sending us to the top of the 4th at 7-0. Boca Raton on top. Back here in the top of the fourth inning, it's 7-0. Blazers on top. Barracudas coming to bat as Moises is in the box, and the first pitch he sees misses a little bit lower outside, 1-0. Still on the mound for the Blazers is Evan Tobias. Two and 0 now the count. That pitch misses high and outside. Now 3-0. Called strike, 3-1. That pitch is lined to left field, and it gets down for a base hit. It's actually nearly got past Clark out there and left. He kind of lost his footing. Had to track that ball down, but got it in time. Leadoff man on for the Phipps Park Barracudas. So the three-batter Moises reaches, and the cleanup man, Alex Campbell, steps into the box. With a runner on and nobody out. Tobias deals. That one's crushed on the left field line. If it stays fair, it could be trouble, but it will not stay fair. It's a foul ball, strike one. Runner goes, curveball high, throw it down to second, and it is in time. Gunned down for the first out of the inning. It was a bang-bang play, but a nice throw behind the plate by Joe Durso. And it's a tough pitch to really gun down a runner on, a high curveball. Easier than a ball in the dirt, of course, but still, Durso had to wait a while for that ball to get to him. Pitch misses low and outside. 2-1 now the count with one out. And the 2-1. That'll find the zone. 2-2. Tobias is the starting pitcher for the Blazers, in here for inning number 4 of work. And the pitch. Ground ball, foul down the third base line. The count remains 2-2. Tobias delivers the 2-2 pitch. Curveball misses low and inside. Full count. That pitch misses inside. Runner on first base with one out.
Now batting number 7 from Palm Beach Atlantic University, Michael Schettino.
Schettino says in the box, and that one's driven to left field. Under it on the high fly ball is Clark, catching the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 11 from Clarion University, Brett Pitzer.
First pitch taken by Pitzer inside, 1-0. Two outs, a runner on. That pitch is taken inside, 2-0. Runner goes. The pitch is grounded foul back. 2-1. The 2-1. Missing low, 3-1. Ground ball foul. Full count with 2 outs and a runner on first. That's going to send the runner in motion. Runner goes. The pitch is lifted foul. So now having to go back, reset the engines is Jesus Riera. That's the runner on first base. Courtesy runner. And Tobias trying to end the inning. He deals. Missing just off the plate outside to extend the inning. Runners on first and second and 2 outs.
Number 31 from Mount Hood Community College, Dylan Edwards.
Dylan Edwards now digs into the box with a couple of runners on base and 2 down. First pitch taken low for a ball, 1-0. Runner went and stopped, and Riera nearly fell down there at second base, and he would have been dead meat. But no one was really covering the bag, and at the same time, pitcher Tobias didn't really see him fall down, so he didn't get picked off. The 1-0. Lined up the middle, diving, and it gets down for a hit. The throw comes into third, and it's going to get past third base and roll to the dugout. 2 runs come across the plate, and it's now 7-2 Blazers. Macklin was trying to make the hero play, laid out, and he actually knocked it down on the bounce. That could have been a whole lot worse. We're talking inside the park home run territory if Macklin didn't knock that ball down. Popped back up to his feet, tried to gun the runner down at third base, but it was a one-hopper and ate up Calabretti at third. So runner on second base. 2 outs, the pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. And that pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. That pitch misses a little bit too tall. 2-1 now the count to Harrison in the box with the runner on second base, 2 down. Swing and a miss. The ball, actually, no, we just got a piece of it. It's a foul ball. 2-2. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Tobias sets and he delivers. Curveball missing a little bit low. Had the movement but didn't have the location. A good take by Harrison. Works the count full. And the pitch. Soft ground ball to second base. Pacone goes to first, and that will end the inning, but not before the Barracudas strike for 2 runs to cut the deficit to 5. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Blazers coming to bat, leading 7-2. Back here live at Little Fenway, the first pitch is low for a ball. 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Blazers at bat, leading by 5. Still on the mound is Frank Perez. Next pitch he deals is popped up off the bat of C.J. Pacone, right field. Making the catch is Pitzer. 1 up, 1 down. Back at the top of the order for the Boca Raton Blazers. Sends up Braden Macklin to bat. He is 1 for 1 with a, or probably 0 for 1 with a walk. That one misses outside. 1-0. In there for a strike. 1-1. Curveball misses way too tall. 2-1. Called strike, just catching the low and outside corner. That's a tough pitch to reach if you're Macklin. He's got to readjust and swing at anything close here. Perez from the windup deals the 2-2. Outside. Trying to go right back to the well and hit that spot again, but couldn't. The count is now full. And the pitch. Lined right to shortstop, and the ball is caught on the fly for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 2 from Stetson University, Carlos
Carlos Jacome now steps up to bat with nobody on and 2 outs. For a second there, the Blazers were kind of in that mode of, hey, we can end this game early, save some of our pitching, and prep for game 2, but a 2 spot from the Barracudas and 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th kind of change your line of thinking now as that one's in there for a strike. 0-1. Pop fly right behind second base the other way. Ranging over, making the catch, and end the inning is Malik. 3 up, 3 down. It's a 1-2-3 inning that time dealt by Frank Perez. To the 5th we go. It's 7-2. Blazers on top. McLaughlin's in the box, and the first pitch he sees misses high, 1-0. New pitcher on the mound for the Boca Raton Blazers. It's Bryce Corson. Hails from Pembroke Pines, Florida, and his 1-0 is fouled back, 1-1. Seven to 2 is the lead for the Boca Raton Blazers. The 1-1 is grounded up the middle. Jacome fields the one hopper to first. Not in time. It'll be an infield single. A good attempt made at it, but McLaughlin beats it out.
Now batting number 3 from Palm Beach Atlantic University, Isaiah Malik.
Isaiah Malik now comes up to bat with a runner on and nobody out. Barracuda's offense showed signs of life in the top of the 4th. Here they are batting on the top of the 5th. That's called a strike. 0-1. Oh, and 2 now. And the lefty Corson delivers the 0-2. Missing high and outside, 1-2. Alec in the box here. Called strike 3 as Corson strikes him out. 2 down.
Now batting number 14 from Fayetteville Tech, Jack Clancy.
My apologies, 1 out now. The lefty coming to bat, Clancy, runner on first base. First pitch to him's in the dirt, 1-0. With 1 out, the 1-0 pitch is popped up. Short center field, coming on in and making the catch is Braden Macklin for the second out of the inning. Braden Macklin really does cover a lot of ground out there in center. He made that one look easy, but he had a long way to go to catch that ball in short center field. Where Yacomi almost thought that he was the guy who had to make the play. Turns around and looks back and sees Macklin right behind him. So 2 outs. Here comes the right-handed batting for the Barracudas, Max Karen. Called a strike, 0-1. One pitch misses low, 1-1. Fly ball straight back and out of play. 1-2. And the pitch. Curveball just misses on the inside corner, and Corson's not going to make friends of many umpires by walking off the mound before the called strike 3 is there, but he'll have to readjust with the 2-2 count and 2 outs. He thought he hit the spot, but didn't get the call. As Corson sets and delivers the 2-2. Ground ball softly to the left side. Calabretti fields, double clutches, fires to first, in time to get Karen and end the inning. So to the bottom of the 5th we go. It's a 5-run lead for the Blazers here live at Little Fenway. Back here at Little Fenway, bottom of the 5th, Pip Smalley in the box First pitch to him's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Now, Phipps is having one heck of a summer, and he's having one heck of a game. 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. The pitch to him here is in there for a called strike. Now he's behind, 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch in the dirt for a ball, 1-2. So up to this at bat, Smalley is 31 for 64. The 1-2 pitch is driven to right field and playable. Going back, ranging, and making the catch in right field is Pitzer for the first out of the inning. Smalley showing that opposite field pop in back-to-back at-bats. He actually got a double last at-bat. That one was hit further down the line and found some open grass. That time, Pitzer was there. So Pip is now 2 for 3. Here's Jack Clark to bat, who's 1 for 2 on the game. And the first pitch to him is low and inside, 1-0. It's a 7-inning game, game 1 of this doubleheader between the Blazers and the Barracudas. That one's fouled away, 1-1. Called strike on the low and inside corner, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, fouled back. One, two is fouled back once again. Couple of raindrops begin to fall here at Little Fenway. Very lightly sprinkling the area. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. Perez deals the 1-2. Line to third. Ball's caught on the fly for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 18 from Seton Hall University, Joey Calabretti.
As Joey Calabretti now steps into the box. With 2 outs and nobody on, trying to kick off a 2-out rally for the Boca Raton Blazers. Did a lot of their heavy lifting in the first and third inning, a 3-spot in the bottom half of the first, and a 4-run rally in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Joey is outside, 1-0. Ground ball fouled on the third base line towards the bullpen. Everyone gets out of the way. 1-1. And Perez deals the 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1. And one misses, 3-1. Three ones in there for a strike. 3-2 now. Full count delivery outside, ball 4. Calabretti reaches. 2 outs and now 1 man on for the Blazers.
Now batting number 6 from Gardner-Webb University, Chris McKenna.
As the running bulldog from Gardner-Webb, Chris McKenna steps in the box. A runner on first and 2 down. First pitch taken outside, 1-0. Frank Perez had a good bounce-back inning after his mid-inning appearance, contributing to that 4-run rally for the Blazers. Put up a 0 in the bottom of the 4th, trying to do the same in the bottom of the 5th. He's got a 1-1 count here to Chris McKenna. McKenna having a great day so far. He's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. And the 1-1. It's fouled back. 1-2 now. And with 2 outs, the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. But instead, the ball's going to be bobbled, and going from first to third is Calabretti. Everybody's going to be safe. It was going to the hole at short, but McLaughlin thought he should cut across. He had the angle, but did not glove the ball cleanly. It'll be an E5.
St. John's University, Joe Durso.
Joe Durso now comes up to bat with runners in the corners and 2 outs. Would have been a tough play no matter what. McLaughlin took his eye off the ball, was going to go to second when he gloved that ball, but never got it cleanly. Durso comes up to bat with a chance to extend this Blazers lead in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch misses a little bit low and inside of Durso, 1-0. Next pitch is popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Arranging under it at first is Edwards. He makes the catch to end the inning and to end the threat. We head to the top of the 6th. It's 7-2. Blazers on top.
From the University of New Orleans, Marco
At the top of the 6th we go. Barracudas coming to bat, trailing by 5, down to their final 6 outs in this doubleheader shortened game. Moises in the box. The first pitch to him is cut on and missed. 0-1. Still on the mound for the Blazers is Bryce Corson. The 0-1 misses outside. 1-1. Next pitch is rounded to second base. Glove cleanly for a second and then bobbled, but Pacone makes the play for the first out of the inning.
32 from Verdi University, Alex Campbell.
Kind of was on an in-between spot there for Pacone. Didn't know whether or not he should backhand the ball or get in front of it and square it up. But he makes the play, and that's all that matters. 1 away. Here is the cleanup batter for the Barracudas, Alex Campbell. First pitch swinging, fly ball behind shortstop. Making the call and making the catch in center field is Braden Macklin for the second out of the inning.
Number 7 from Palm Beach Atlantic University, Michael Scatino.
That brings Scatino to bat. He's 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout. Corson delivers the first pitch. Strike in there, 0-1. Pitch is outside. 1-1. That pitch is in there for a called strike. 1-2 now. Corson shakes off the first sign. He likes the second. And then steps off the mound. Here's the 1-2. Curveball that has some nasty movement, but crosses the plate a little bit too high. And the count is even at 2-2 with 2 outs. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. Staying alive is Scatino. Here's the 2-2. Waved at and missed. It'll be a 1-2-3 inning dumped by Bryce Corson to send us to the bottom of the 6th. 7-2, Boca Raton on top. Blake Pitts digs into the box, and the first pitch he sees is fouled away. 0-1 the count. 7-2 the score. The home team, Boynton Beach, Boca Raton Blazers, on top. 10 a.m. first pitch. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 now. Pitts so far today is 0 for 2. And his 0-2 pitch is check swung at and fouled. 0-2 now the count remains. Perez, after a rocky mid-inning appearance, has bounced back and been pretty strong. The 0-2. Low and outside in the dirt, 1-2. Held the Blazers' bats in check. For a second, it looked like the Blazers were headed towards a run rule victory, but not so fast. They have not scored since the bottom of the third. The pitch, fouled back. The count remains 1-2. In fact, they haven't had a hit since that bottom of the third. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball is inside, just missed. Here at Little Fenway, the home of the Blazers, the Lightning, and the 2023 SFCBL All-Star Game. And the Home Run Derby tomorrow on the SFCBL YouTube channel. That pitch misses low and outside, 3-2. And the pitch. Line to one hopper to second base. It's gloved cleanly as Malik throws to first to get Pitts for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 5 from Butler University, Cade Voda.
Brings Cade Voda to bat. 1 out, nobody on. Blazers trying to add to their lead. It could be the last time we see their bats in this first game of the doubleheader. Take a look at the forecast for the remainder of the day. See if things have changed since I last looked at it before this game 2 hours ago. Chance of storms starting at 1 o'clock. Waved it out and missed. 0-1 the count to Voda. Kind of at a coin flip right now for the remainder of the day. Whether or not those storms are going to hit us, the 0-1 is in there for a strike, 0-2. But the unfortunate thing is, even if the storms and the rain don't hit us directly, if that lightning is within the vicinity, we'll have to halt play. The 0-2 in the dirt for a ball, 1-2 now the count. So, got to get real lucky during storm season here in South Florida that it does not interrupt your outdoor events. 1-2 here to Voda as Perez wheels and deals. Cut on and missed. Strike 3, Voda down on strikes. Now there are 2 away.
Now batting number 3 from Adelphi University, C.J. Pickhouse.
That brings up the second baseman, C.J. Piccone, to bat. 2 outs and nobody on base for the Blazers offense. Perez delivers that one in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 there is inside, 1-1. Piccone, the 10 batter. Top of the order is on deck with Macklin sitting in the on-deck circle. The 1-1. Missing outside, 2-1. That pitch misses low, 3-1 now the count. Taking a look at the SFCBL North Division All-Stars. A lot of Boca Raton Blazers represented. 3-1 pitch, Misses low for a ball. 1 on with 2 outs. Couple of Blazers that you'll see on Sunday on the SFCBL YouTube channel. Chris Basile, Jack Clark, Evan Dobias, Sebastian Perez, Jonathan Velasquez, Carlos Giacome, Phipps Smalley. Brennan Katz got the nod, Braden Macklin. That's a ton of representation for one of the better teams in the SFCBL North. Time is called. And just a quick 1 or 2 sentence back and forth between manager for the Barracudas and his relief pitcher Frank Perez. A couple of knuckle bumps and he's back out there. Some movement in the Barracuda bullpen. Probably was just told, hey, we're going to give you either 1 more batter, 2 more batters, or this inning's yours, and then that's it. Just a quick message delivered. And Macklin will step into the box with a runner on and 2 outs. After that Picone walk. Pitch is in there for a call and strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, low and outside. 1-1. Now with 2 outs, the 1-1 is driven to left center field, and it could be trouble. Reaching up, and it's going to be over the left-handed reach of Karen. The throw comes on in, and it's going to miss the cutoff man, so a run's going to come across the plate. It's an RBI double for Braden Macklin as he crushes that one-hopping the monster. Left fielder Karen gave a look at it, but could not reach it.
Now batting number 2 from Stetson University, Carlos Giacome.
Carlos Giacome now steps into the box with a runner on second and 2 outs, and that is the end of the outing for Frank Perez. The runner on second base is his responsibility. We'll take a break here live at Little Fenway. It's 8-2, Blazers on top. Carlos Giacome steps into the box with a runner on second and 2 outs. New pitcher on the mound for the Phipps Park Barracudas, trying to get this final out and keep the score as it is. 8-2 Blazers with the lead. The first pitch to Carlos is taken for a strike, and 0-1 the count. New pitcher for Phipps Park is Brett Homer. Homer's got a 4.5 ERA through 8 innings pitched this season. Throws over to second, but no one's covering the bag, so he had to, in the middle of the pickoff move, readjust and fire it to the right of the bag. And with 2 outs, the 0-1. Curveball that misses, 1-1. And with 2 outs, the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up behind the bag at first. Under it, now in foul ground, and making the catch is Edwards to end the 6th. Last chance coming up for the Barracudas. They trail 8-2 down to their final 3 outs in the 7-inning Game 1 of the doubleheader at Little Fenway. Back here live at Little Fenway. Eight to 2 the score. First pitch of the inning is missing inside, 1-0. Again, it is the 7th and final inning. In the top half, Barracudas at bat. And the 2-0 is missing for a ball. Now 3-0. New pitcher on the mound for the Boca Raton Blazers is Quinn Spalding. That one's driven foul down the left field line. Way ahead of it that time was Pitzer. Three and 2 now. Strike 3. Pitzer down on strikes. 1 up, 1 down. Spalding makes quick work.
Number 31 from College, Dylan Edwards.
Edwards steps in the box. And Spalding delivers. Foul ball straight back. 0-1. Fouled away. 0-2. Ball in the dirt outside, 1-2. Edwards in the box is 1 for 2 on the game. Spalding comes into this game, 28 innings pitched, a 6.43 ERA. That pitch is called strike 3. It catches the outside of the plate, painted in the corner for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 9 from the University of Charleston, Will Harrison.
First pitch is low and inside, 1-0. Pitch misses a little bit too tall, 2-0. Now 3-0. Harrison so far today, 0 for 2. And the 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1. Ball misses low, ball 4. Spalding loses the handle on it, so Harrison reaches first base. Bring up Dylan McLaughlin to bat. That pitch misses low and outside, 1-0. That pitch is popped up, foul ground, right side, coming over, making the catch, and the ball game is Chris McKenna. He'll eventually come into your screen, and that will end the ball game. Final score, Blazers 8, Barracudas 2. And we've got one more game to play with here live at Little Fenway. Doubleheader Game 2 is coming up at 1 p.m.